Hello, Potato. Today we're going to try crisps from strange and foreign lands, or at least one type of crisp from strange and foreign lands. And now, normally, when I do these kind of imported crisp reviews, tastings. I'm going with tasting. I'm not really reviewing things. I don't think I am, anyways. Anyways, when I do these videos where I try imported crisps, usually they are from Asia. A lot of like Japanese, especially a lot of like Korean, Thai, flavors from the west of where I am. I mean, people like to say it's the east, but that's only if you're in Europe. If you're in California, it is to your west. But today we have not gone west. Instead, we have gone south to Mexico to try out Cheetos Colmillos. I'm probably not pronouncing that correctly. But it is a Mexican Cheeto flavor that I've never heard of before, never seen before, did not know existed. But looking at the shape of it, I feel like this looks very similar to a European snack. I believe it's called Monster Munch. Now, when I was a little kid, I had the opportunity to spend a little bit of time in Europe, and there was a snack there that I really liked that looked like this. I don't remember if it was Monster Munch. I wasn't generally in an English-speaking country, so the packaging wasn't in English. So it might have been Monster Munch. It's been a long time. And again, it wouldn't have been in English, but it looked like this, because I remember they were like little rings. You could put them on your finger. I guess it's supposed to be like teeth, but I always viewed them as rings, like it was like a diamond ring or something, or that was like a gemstone or the shining. I don't know. I was a child. Anyways, they look an awful lot like that. And I found these actually at a gas station while traveling. So I really don't know what to expect from them, other than they may probably be cheesy flavored. I know that I can expect that they have excess calories and excess sodium, and that's interesting to see on there, because of course we don't get any such warnings here in the US. I mean, I suppose one can assume that if you're buying a packaged salty snack, it's going to have excess sodium, and since it has no nutritional value, excess calories. But again, we are generally a people that get mad if you remind us how many calories are anything on a menu. So I guess we wouldn't want to be reminded that, hey, you're eating something unhealthy. Let's see. Botana de semola de... I apologize. It's been a long time since high school Spanish. Botana de semola de maíz con chile y sabor queso. So, corn snack with chili and cheese flavor? It's like a spicy, cheesy flavor is what I'm very roughly, like I said, it's been a long time since high school Spanish. Oh, it says it actually in the back on English. Corn snacks, cheese, and chili. Although chili as in cold, not chili as in spicy. So who knows? However, looking at this, I feel like this label may have some other inaccuracies on it as well. 150 calories for about 11 chips. I think 170 is usually what we go for, isn't it, on these? But sodium's what's actually leaping out at me, because I always look at that. It has 190 milligrams of sodium, which is somehow 0% of your day. I don't think this label was checked properly before being put into circulation. But yeah, product of Mexico. Corn mix, corn grain and corn grits, vegetable oil. I'm guessing, not being made for the US, it's probably not going to have corn syrup in it, which will be the thing that sets it apart from local stuff. Chili pepper, iodized salt, citric acid, milk solids, FD&C red number 40, and it's aluminum lakes? What? And it's aluminum lakes. This, I feel like this went through some sort of a computer translation, and nobody who actually spoke both languages checked it after the fact. Because again, it's a yellow number 5, and it's lakes. I'm guessing that's just not translating correctly from Spanish. Here's the Spanish version. I don't know if you can read that on the camera. But Amarillo Ocaso FCF y sus lacas. So, I mean, I'm not super confident that lacas means lakes. I'm guessing it must mean something else as well. But hashtag más que eso. And it's being sold there under the Sabritas label, as opposed to here, where things in the Sabritas line are generally sold under the Frito-Lay label. So, what's in here about sodium? And to be fair, the requirements for your daily are probably not the same. Okay, that's weird. It has more protein in Spanish than it does in English. Oh, I think, because it shows 2 grams of protein for 28 grams of crisps, and here it shows 5.6 grams of protein for, I guess, 100 grams. So I guess a serving is larger. So a portion there is 30 grams. So, okay, that still doesn't make sense. And there's a 30 gram portion is 1.7 grams of protein, as where ours is 2 grams of protein. I guess, do they round up here? I mean, there aren't any decimal points, so maybe let's round up here. So where do we have? So I'm guessing that's probably the sodium there, 200 milligrams. But yeah, see, they don't tell you percentage of your day. And even then, it wouldn't necessarily be the same. But I'm reasonably sure 190 milligrams of sodium is not 0% of my daily sodium. All right, so I've talked about that for way too long. Cuando el maíz. I think that made with corn? All right, so yeah, I'm actually interested in trying these for a little bit. Do we have a sell by on these? Are these within date? I have no idea. But I've only had them around here for not that long. So let's not let them get any older. Let's crack them open and give them a try. Well, they look a lot different than they do. Wow, that is a really strong smell. You know what they smell like? I don't know if I did them in a video or if I just tried them. I think I did though. They're like Ranchero crisps. I got them from Sam's Club. They were put out by Frito-Lay as well. They looked really visually unattractive, but the flavor was actually quite nice. And that's what the smell makes you think of. It definitely does not bring back the idea of my childhood adventures in Europe. That is a very, very unattractive color for a snack. It's very brown and red, which also reminds me an awful lot of those Rancheros things. You know what it kind of smells like, actually? It smells like katsu sauce. This smells, maybe not katsu, takoyaki sauce. Yeah, because in my mind, I am seeing takoyaki. Or maybe a little bit of both. I mean, I don't know how different katsu sauce and takoyaki sauce actually. I've never actually just tried them on their own, like side by side. I should do that sometime just to see how different they taste. Yeah, I'm definitely getting a scent of like either takoyaki or katsu sauce. And fortunately, I happen to quite like takoyaki or katsu sauce. I don't dislike takoyaki sauce, just never had it outside of having it on takoyaki. But I quite like katsu sauce. So let's give this a try. Doesn't taste like takoyaki or katsu. Okay, I've just placed the scent. The scent smells a lot like a stronger scent of those takoyaki ball snacks I've tried before. That I think is the scent. It tastes so yeah, takoyaki sauce essentially. Now the flavor tastes nothing like what I was expecting based on the aroma. It's very, very strongly flavored. Very savory, salty. Then get like a little bit of like a citrus tartness in there, like lemon or lime, or was it tamarind? Maybe a little bit like those tamarind Doritos, tangy tamarind Doritos I tried before. And maybe a bit like those Rancheritos or Rancheros, whatever they're called. They still make them, you can find them. Maybe a little like that, but with like a Cheetos Puff application instead of being on something kind of harder and crispier. Well, not bad. There's a little bit of heat there. Not a lot. It kind of comes and goes quickly. There's like a little bit left on the tongue. Very, very tangy. So I'm assuming probably tamarind. I want to go with citrus like a lime or a lemon, but that's just because tamarind has not been a huge part of my diet growing up, as where lemons and limes have much more shown themselves. Do we have any hints back here? I mean, it's all chemicals back here. It's all aluminum lakes. Cheese cultures. And I'm not seeing, and I'm just kind of skimming over it, but I'm not seeing like tamarind or, there's citric acid. So that's probably what that is. So the chili seasoning, maltodextrin, artificial flavor derived from barley, chili pepper, yeah, that's there. Iodized salt, salt is definitely there. Citric acid, that is that tang, so maybe not tamarind. Milk solids, FD&C red number 40, and it's aluminum lakes. Monosodium glutamate, yep, more salt. Vegetable oil, palm oil, soybean oil. So yeah, these are very interesting. I mean, also, the question is, would I get them again? If I saw them more locally, would I buy them again? Or if they just like released this flavor for the US. I do like them. I like that citric acid tanginess in there. And yeah, I could see myself buying these if these were just available in the US. They're pretty good. They're definitely interesting. They're definitely, I mean, much more of a nuanced flavor than, say, Flamin' Hot, which is less of a flavor and more of just a meme, let's be honest. Flamin' Hot Cool Ranch Doritos, whole nother question, got that Cool Ranch in there. But normal Flamin' Hots, I'm kind of past those. But yeah, these are very, very interesting. I definitely encourage at least trying them. There is heat there. It's not super, it's definitely not in flaming hot territory at all. You'd have to be fairly heat averse to not be able to eat one. But if you're fairly heat averse, also you're probably going to start to feel that heat and immediately like run away anyways. Yeah, they're pretty good. I like them. I would get these again if they were available here in the US. Like if I didn't have to travel like 400 miles to find the gas station that sold them, I would probably buy them again. Maybe something to look for at KP. They have a nice selection of Mexican, Central, and South American stuff. Maybe look in those areas, see if they have them available there. But that does wrap up this video. I consider this one to be a success. Tried a new snack, never even knew existed. Quite liked it. I can still feel a little bit of like the chili in my stomach, which that could potentially become an issue, but I guess if you only eat one serving, probably not much of one. Also, if you maybe had something else with it, like a sandwich or something, I don't know. But I do still feel like the heat from it in my stomach, which is a little kind of similar to the way I felt after drinking the Flamin' Hot Mountain Dew, but not unpleasant. That was just generally unpleasant. But I hope you found this at all interesting or entertaining. If you did, go ahead, give it a like, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.